Are we online? I think yes. So, welcome to today's live stream. I'm working on a side project, as you can see. This is a side project to a side project. Basically, this is a. I shouldn't use basically so much. This is a Takamine GX100T that someone converted to Floyd Rose one pickup type of construction. And here's the best part: they used like some kind of plaster to fill the cavity for the second pickup, for the neck pickup, which is obviously great. What I'm doing right now, and what I will be doing off screen, because this is mind-numbingly boring, I suppose, and also in the future project that is way more interesting, I will be doing this as well, is I'm taking a razor blade and I'm just scraping it to the, because somebody painted over the original paint, right? And that means that I can go with a razor blade, and as you can see, I can relatively easy take off the paint. I don't know what kind of paint it is, but it smells horribly. Like this is definitely not the greatest type of paint, and I genuinely am not a big fan of doing this, because you can inhale quite a lot of plastic. Thank God, with the razor blade method that I'm just, with the scraping method that I'm just showing you, this is not such a big problem, because the particles are not that big. You can basically take it off with a vacuum cleaner and you're done, right? Okay. Right now I am working also on another guitar for my friend. It's not that amazing, it's just some kind of cheap Chinese Les Paul copy that actually also needs to be scraped. Also somebody, because this is white and this is white, but this is like this vintage white that I kind of like. This is just a primer in between layers, and somebody put like enormous amount of paint on top of that guitar. So the bright side is that I can just go very hard, very ballistic on this, and I should not be able to go through the paint so easily. Although I think spoken way too soon, because I just did. Nah, it's still primer. Okay. Yep. I don't know. This is like. Wait, let me check this. There was 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this is my 5th, I think, guitar that I'm restoring. That I'm taking the black paint off it, And the project that I'm going to show you like in the next 6 months, I think, is same story, exact same story. So you just, oh, huh, yo, this is so inconsistent, Jesus. I was sure that I was going through because there is some yellowish residue, and since the guitar is yellowed as well, here you can see it, it's very similar tint, I guess. Okay, but this is not the main story tonight. The main story tonight, and I'm gonna oh, I am introducing this guitar only because I will be showing it every once in a while here, but this lands mainly on my Instagram account, which I sincerely encourage you to subscribe to. But yeah, scrubbing is the name of the game right now, and I still don't know what to do with this filler type of thing. Like this looks, I know this is very white, but this is actually gray. This looks like concrete, like pure concrete. I don't know, guys. Just why would you do that? Anyway, I'm gonna de-Floyd Rose it and put like a simple tremolo on it. I might get something from AliExpress because this is not a very expensive guitar, right? This is not a Gibson type of thing, and with very maybe not cheap, but you can get quality but relatively good priced Chinese parts, and you can put it on this guitar and it would be fine, right? If I were to put like something very expensive, this wouldn't be worth it. This just wouldn't be worth it. Anyway, let's leave it like that. And today we are going to do the neck or the refret. If you remember last time, yeah, I need to clean my hair, wash my hands first. Oh, I'm talking to, of course. Okay, I'm back, and right now I obviously didn't have this, and now this is our neck. As you may recall, I've taken off some threads off it, and it chipped like crazy, like absolutely crazy, to the point where I've decided to take the paint off it. It wouldn't adhere. It wouldn't adhere at all to this board. I don't know what Fender used. I genuinely, literally don't know. I will do a very light sanding with a 400 grit sandpaper and a block. Where are my blocks? Here. Do I have anything that I can use? This is fairly straight. And right now, just for a good measure for the next guy who's gonna do the refret, I'm gonna take a triangle file and I am going to just ever so slightly go and do the cuts for the frets. Right. And now I've discovered that the simple solutions are the best. So this is just a very simple saw. This is nothing too special. I should have probably done it before. As you know, I don't think it will make a giant difference if I do it now. This will clean them. Make them a little bit like the slots a little bit larger, because, and right now I need to find my measure. What would it be? 0.3 mil, maybe 0.4. Yes, 0.45. It's also good. 0.53 is already too big. So 0.5 mil. And if I take the... those are long! Why would you... Made in Japan. Oh, 2020. Hey, those are Fender frets. Anyway, those are long. Those are very long. Those were, so the slots are 0.5 millimeters and this is 0.4-ish, 0.5. Well, let's say 0.5 to with the tanks it's 0.9. So this is actually perfect because, you know, it should go right in. And to do this, I'm gonna take my special tool that I've made myself. But before that, I will take off the string tree, or both of them, I should say. Yes. As well as the truss rod nut. Where are my? I'm gonna do something that I don't recommend, and I'm gonna use the metric one because it's barely hanging on. I don't encourage you to do it. Huh? Wait. No, okay, this is definitely Imperial. But it was very loose, so I could do it. Don't do it on a. Don't take a metric hex key and put it on and try to maneuver around the Imperial Gewinde. Jesus Christ, I can't speak today, as always, basically. Okay, I'm gonna plug those holes here. Can you see it? When they've put a caler on it, they've put this giant ass. I shouldn't say ass, probably. This giant locking mechanism that was that came after the nut. It wasn't nut because it was just a mechanism. The problem is that obviously one of the screws broke. 3 others left the not such a beautiful mark. I will have to re-drill it, like to the proper diameter. Let's see, what would it be? I'm gonna say 5. Let's go with 5. The smaller the better. But this needs to lay on the machine flat, so I will have to take off the keys first. Otherwise, I won't be able to put it straight. Or to drill it straight, and that's the name of the game. I like those keys. Those are not the vintage ones. Those are more modern ones. I've always really liked those keys, those 70s. This project made me really rethink the entire, because there's like a very nice Jazzmaster on the market right now from the 70s, 79 I think. And to be honest, with the amount of inconsistencies that the 70s Fender are having, it made me wanna not buy it actually. And that's for a simple fact that prices went up. The prices went up for those significantly. But those 70s Fenders, although they can be really great guitars if you meddle with them, like I do right now, and if you properly set them up and, you know, put some work in, for lack of a better term, those are not $300, €300 or whatever your preferable currency is. Those are not €3,000 instruments. I'm sorry, but no. I actually would rather buy. This was significantly cheaper, by the way. But Fender from this era, not my favorite, I'd say. I'm also not a Fender fan. I know that I've started this channel with some Fender guitars, but I am mainly and squarely a Gibson guy. But when you have like an opportunity to own like a 70s Fender for cheap, and I say it out loud, for cheap, those should be cheap instruments, or cheaper, I'd say. Those are Schallers, I think. Made in Germany, so yes, Schallers. So if you can, if you find something relatively cheap, go for it. Like, I've bought it for, I think, €300, but only then and only then you should buy those. Don't pay those prices. I am 100% sure that you can get more of a guitar with modern ones than with those ones. Although I must say that concepts are good, just the quality control. If Fender at that time had a proper quality control, or if you can put some time and you really like the big headstock, the giant, I don't want to say how it looks, but there is another term, a bullet truss rod. I mean, I like those. I don't mind them, and I actually kind of like those. But not for that price. Like, really, not for that price. What I'm doing right now, because the paint is so thick, normally you would do it on any type of vintage nitro painted guitar, but this paint is so cheapy that I don't want to risk it. Okay, and we're done with that. And now I can go to my trusty table drill. And first I'm gonna do those small ones. Is this a 3 or is this a... No. We're gonna clean it up with the smallest possible drill. 2.5. Let's go 2.5. 2.5 should be good. Yeah. Let's go with 2.5. Oh, by the way, the body is going in the right direction. So, as you can see, it's way more woody right now because I've taken off a vast amount of primer, and those things are on the level of Ibanez guitars. And as much as I am a fan of Ibanez guitars, those are significantly cheaper, and I don't expect them to have like a thin poly coat or even a nitro. This one should have been quite a lot thinner for my taste, because the amount of primer itself, I don't want to know how much of a struggle or had the previous guy with taking it off, like the paint, the first coats of paint, because I am struggling with the primer already. It's a thick coat. It's thick. Okay, let's do this. This is the other part of my basement, which is full to the top. I'm gonna take one of the clamps and clamp it down, because I want it to be relatively... What in the name of... Here. I want it to be quite... as much of a parallel or perpendicular to the surface as possible. Wait, is there... Don't tell me that there is a... No. I thought that there was yet another broken screw in there, and this would break me. You can't see. It's not optimal, I know. Bear with me, though, please. I don't want to go overboard with those. I just want them to be nicely done, right? Like, you can plug those holes very well right now. Previously it was very dirty and not optimal. Let's go with, yes, 0.5. Or 0.6. If I go 0.6, 0.6 will be too much, I think, because I can blend it with the super glue and wood dust method, and if I can make a smaller diameter hole, I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to go too deep because, well, duh. But at the same time, I think I'm not gonna do this with... Can I get away with using two? Yeah. I thought that I should maybe do it with one piece of wood, but I'm gonna do two of them. That's all. I'm not confident enough that I can make such a large openings in this neck. Yep. Okay, back to the show. So I think I'm gonna put some super glue in here because it starts to And this is what I'm talking about. It already started separating the paint from the neck. Maybe I should keep it like that. Like, at this point, who cares, right? Yeah, nah. Let's do it right. Although I'm gonna do it off camera and a little bit later, because I wanna start with new frets. And if I put any glue here or any glue there, it's gonna end up being not that great. I mean, I can already plug those holes. And I'm gonna do it right now. I know 99% of population, when they see what I'm doing, says that it's as riveting as watching the paint dry. And as much as I want to disagree, I'm gonna have to say yes, it is boring. But in the end, you're getting a guitar, which is one of the greatest, most important invention that I know of. Like, I love guitars, and I think they are great. Ah, yeah. Now I know what I did, and I did it again. Which is, I've broken off the, yeah, I will have to redrill it. Christ. Because last time I did the same freaking thing. I've broken off the toothpick, and it ended up being too not level. And this will drive me crazy at some point. Same procedure. Now I'm gonna use a bamboo stick, because they should be, in theory, quite a bit more sturdy, and I should be able to cut them better, properly cut them. I'm gonna go with my cutting tool, and now I'm just gonna hammer it in. And I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna polish it off later and put some super glue in the cavity, as always. But yeah, it looks way better right now. I feel like in those karate movies. Make me a chopstick. You know, the one where the young kid is starting to appreciate the ways of the master, where he told him to freaking make a toothpick or something. Okay. Do I have 5mm? Anything? 5mm. 4. 6. Life would be too easy, right? 5. Thank you, sir. Okay, 45 minutes in, and I'm just doing. All I did was plug the holes. I'm gonna do this off camera as always. The rest of it, I found the 5mm thingy rod, and I can do it right. So that's that. I just want to introduce you to my little friend. It just it's heavy as your mama. I'm sorry for that. It's just my brain goes weird ways sometimes. Okay, say hello to my little friend, which is obviously a press, and I'll be pressing the frets in. So let's go. Yeah. So what do we have in here? I think I have proper 725. And obviously that's not the where are my I'm go in there, right? I'm pretty sure that this will be 9. Oh wait, it's not. Oh, it's 7.25. Oh, I don't think that's good. 725. 725. Yes, sir. It is, in fact, 725. Why is this not as great as you might have thought it was? And that is because, ooh, this thing, which is my fret, was bent to 9.5, which also means that I'll be having some troubles. I'm gonna have to push you a little bit higher, right? Okay. So again, this is 9.5, I think. 725. $9.5. Yep. So this is 9.5 radius. And that is not good, because this means when I'm gonna put the fret in, the ends of the fret will go a little bit up. And that's obviously not great. So I will have to pre-bend a little bit every single one of those frets, which is a laborious task. And that means this will take a little bit longer. What a shame. What you gonna do, right? If you have to, you have to. And as usual, I am doing my fret nipping, which means I am cutting the extension of the fret before I put it in. And that is because it gets way easier afterwards. Guys, I will do just this one fret, just to show you how it's done, and the rest will be done off screen as always, because right now I have those 3 projects, right? And I think this is the best way to go about it. Like to do the live streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays. and other days prepare for those 2 days of live stream with my Instagram as well, which nice. This is just a little bit too long, maybe just a tad. I'm gonna have to like perfect. And now the most controversial thing that I'm gonna do, one of those too many that I'm always doing, which is gluing in the threads with a tight bond. And it's actually, it doesn't have anything to do with threads falling out, because the tanks are for that, right? It has all of to do with transmitting the sound from the neck, yeah, from the fret to a neck. And I've said that I'm not a big fan of the tonal discussion, but this actually, I've actually witnessed it. I've had like this Chinese series of Squires, which were from the year 2000. They were amazing instruments, amazing the quality of the wood that they were using, for the price, obviously. Those were Squires after all. But the frets, you could pull them out with your bare hand, almost. And it didn't sound good. It didn't sound good, although the guitar was great. And I was looking for an explanation. And this was the first guitar that I've refretted. And the sustain afterwards. Ooh-wee. Yeah. It was great. I don't like the beginnings and the ends of the guitar. Go in. Yes, sir. And it popped in just as it should. Do we have any clearance whatsoever? No, everything's perfect. And right now I am rethinking my strategy of not painting or not doing the layer of this linseed oil first, because it gets dirty very quickly. Yeah, I'll do it right now, right after that. But the thread is in, the height is right. I'm happy. Now 22 more. This should be fun. Okay. how much time do I have? Not a lot, but I'm gonna do it then really fast. What I have here is linseed oil. Should I put it with... No, I'm not gonna mix it. I'm gonna just use it as it is. I'm gonna take some cotton. I don't want to take a lot of it, just enough to secure the fingerboard. You don't want to overdo it. You just want a very thin layer of linseed oil. Smells a little bit because it's not the most fresh batch I've ever had, but I don't mind it actually. Some people mix it with a nitro verduna. How do you call it? I don't know. Turpentine, I guess. I don't. So I've lost connection. Anyway, not for a significant portion of time. The neck has some oil on it. I will redo it when the whole ordeal is done. But right now, I'm gonna leave it like that. Let it sit. I can always repaint it or redo it or whatever by the next refret. Okay, next time on Saturday I should have some more of those frets. And yeah, see you then.